All right, hi everyone. So today I'm going to be doing a quick video on Business Manager. It was requested by some people in the comments, so just doing a quick overview. As I work through this video and as you take a look at what's here, this is really a high-level introduction to everything. So if there's something specific that you want to know about or that you'd like me to do a video on, just let me know in the comments and I'll try to get one up for you. Essentially, it's another tool outside of Facebook, and multiple people could have access to your pages. You can have employees that come and go. You can add them, you can remove them. If you're a marketing agency, it works really nicely too, because you can put in requests for access to your customers' pages. You can remove the access when needed. You also have a nice tracking platform as well. So if one of your employees does an update, you can figure out who did it and you have a way to track it. And you also have access to all the ad accounts, which sometimes can be useful too. It's just more of a platform for when you start reaching that point where you're doing a little bit too much management and too much running around trying to work just inside Facebook itself. It's kind of like a bridging platform to help you out. All right, so let's discuss the structure of Business Manager. So Business Manager, it does require at least one main page and advertising account. So it's highly recommended that you do use a page and a person that isn't going to leave the company. So if you own, let's use in this scenario that we're a marketing firm. So if you own this marketing firm, you might want to make your account the main account and your firm page the main page that is linked to the Business Manager. Now, and what this will prevent is that if an employee leaves, it doesn't cause you any access issues later on. And you can still add other admins, but you're the first owner. You're the owner of everything, which helps control things going forward. People can have access to selected assets as well. So each asset, which might be a page, it might be an ad account, it might be an app or so forth, you can still grant out all that access and still have you retaining ownership of the business account, agency and agency page and everything as well. So now the next thing that you want to look at is, should you be using Business Manager? And I'll just explain a little bit of where I come from as running with my company Venture Digital. I don't use Business Manager because I do a lot of training and teaching of entrepreneurs, small business owners, and they're trying to understand Facebook. Business Manager is a very big, complex tool that's great if you know how to do everything inside of it. But for a business owner who's just really trying to get a handle on all this technology and all this internet marketing, it's too complex, it's too overwhelming, and I don't want to put that on their shoulders. So for myself, and you'll see as well, I'm going to do a walkthrough video, I won't link my personal page and I won't link my agency page to Business Manager. Once you've added this stuff, once you've added yourself to Business Manager and added your company and everything else, you can't remove and revert back. So I'm just not even going to go there with my own account, but I will go there with another account that I work with on another business as well. So this is where you have to decide yourself, does Business Manager make sense for you? If you're maybe a medium to large business and you have multiple employees, Business Manager might make sense because you can have everyone have their own logins. They have access to Business Manager. It tracks everything they're doing. Everyone can see all the projects that they're working on. Everyone can see the assets. And this works really nice for a larger business who's working on a project like this. Another scenario that some people also use it for is e-commerce, because the Business Manager has really great tools inside to add product catalogs, to add pixels. So if you were doing an ad for an item in one of your online shops, you can put a pixel on that. Then you can do retargeting and remarketing advertising on that item. So what I am going to do is I'm going to actually include a link to an article from John Loomer. I'm going to include that link in the comments or in the description of this video, where he talks about this Business Manager a little bit more. But he himself is a very talented advertiser and marketer on Facebook, and he is really big on retargeting and remarketing campaigns. So I'll put the link to this article, but as well, what I want you to look at is also some of his articles on retargeting and remarketing, and I'm going to try to find some good ones that I'll put in the comments as well. So those are a few different areas and reasons why you might want to use Business Manager. You need to decide if it's right for you. Another scenario you might be finding yourself in is you might actually be being forced to move to Business Manager. if you've been using a gray account, which I'll do another video on as well, and a gray account essentially means that you set up a business page, you made an account for the business page, and you've been sharing that account with everyone on your team. Facebook wants to retire all those gray accounts or shared accounts, so they're forcing them to actually now move into Business Manager. From everything I've read so far, I don't think there's a way to not move into Business Manager once you already have that gray account, but I'll see if I can do some more research and maybe include a link to see if there's a way that you could just link it to personal and not have to go down the Business Manager road. But Facebook, if they're forcing you to do it, so you might be facing this situation right now here. So kind of use this video as an introduction to Facebook Business Manager. But again, if you have any specific questions, just let me know. Okay, so and now I'm going to discuss some pros and cons of Business Manager, and I like the list that's actually in this Jon Loomer article that I'm going to link in the bottom here, so I'm just going to read through some of them. Pros: you can manage multiple pages and advertising accounts. You can prevent mixing of personal profiles and business tasks. It also allows for collaboration with other businesses and provides additional functions such as sharing your pixels and sharing your catalog, your product catalogs as well. The cons: you cannot remove the main account from Business Manager, which is why I haven't personally taken the plunge into that, because I want my account to look like the users that I support and teach on a daily basis. So I'm not doing it with my own account. As well, con: does not provide much information and support. And there's a lot of articles out there like this one I'm going to link to, and there's so many more. There's ones on Social Media Examiner as well. So if you're really stuck, you can really find the information out there. It also requires a bit of extra learning because it is complex, and there's always changes happening, and they're always updating things. And because they're always doing that, a lot of people do report there's a number of bugs inside Business Manager. So, you know, you might run into those issues, and those might be a reason that you don't want to switch to it. And I mean, that's why I haven't switched to it, is because of this, the complexity, and that I also just want to keep my account simple to look like the people that I train and teach on a daily basis. Okay, now up next, I'm going to do a quick walkthrough of just setting up Business Manager for the first time and taking a look at all the options inside of Business Manager. Now, again, if you guys have any specific questions, leave them in the comments below, and I'll see you at the end of this video. All right, I'm just going to go through the steps on how to sign up for Business Manager. So you can just go to business.facebook.com, and then you just click on the Get Started link. You're just going to click Next. And then in here, you add a little bit of information about your business. So you can put that you're an agency, advertiser, app developer, publisher, and so forth. So I'll just pick a random one here because I'm not too concerned about it. And here I'll choose my business category, and maybe I say e-commerce. How many people will be working in your Business Manager? 1 to 10. I'll just choose the minimum stuff here, and 1 to 10. And I'm just going to click Next. And then the name of my business, I'm just going to put it in here. I'm going to link one of my business pages here. And if you did work with a Facebook sales rep, you can put it in here. But if you're watching this video, you probably haven't, which is why you're asking or looking at this video right now. And then in here, you can just fill in your information, your personal business information. And then you click Create Business Manager when you're done. All right, so now we're inside Business Manager. We can work through this wizard if you want them to walk you through things here. It's just telling you where to navigate, where things are located as well, where you can manage your ads, your assets, your notifications, etc. So you can take a look at this little animation, but I'm just going to finish it and get started here. So inside here we have an overview, and it's showing our post reach, our page engagement. This is a different kind of tool than what you might be seeing on your normal Facebook page management tools. This is actually a separate tool outside of Facebook. Just like in another video I was explaining how Power Editor is actually a tool outside of Facebook, this is the same kind of idea. So this is why everything looks so much different. So you can see some information about your pages. You can see your notifications down here. You can do use page as well, so you can do your updates and everything in here. So let's take a look at each section. Okay, so inside Business Manager, you have a number of options in here. You can pop into the Ad Manager or Power Editor just by clicking these buttons, and it just takes you to the normal Ad Manager and Power Editor that you're used to seeing. So it'll take you out of the business tool and into Facebook itself. In here, you have your business settings, and this may be an area that you might be in a bit more often. So you have your people. If you want to add a new person, you can just click add new person, and you have options to add them as an employee or an admin. So employees have access to just the Business Manager settings and be able to use pages. So admins, though, would have access to the Business Manager settings, changing the Business Manager settings, adding, removing employees, as well as employee permissions, and adding and removing pages as well. So depending on who you're adding and what you're adding them for, you'd be either an employee or an admin that you would add them as. Under pages, you have all the pages that you manage as well. You can also request new pages to be added. So if you were managing pages for another business, you could actually pop in here, say, add myself to this page. That person would then get a request where they can then add you to the page. So that might make it easier if you're a bit of a marketing agency and you're trying to get access to the pages and you don't want to do that bit of a runaround that sometimes happens when you're trying to get access to the pages. You also have access to your ad accounts in here. We don't have one set up right now. That's okay. Any apps that you've linked or any apps that you're designing. The other nice thing in Business Manager is you can also share pixels. So if you have an e-commerce site and you've set pixels on the different pages for tracking purposes for ads and retargeting, you can share those pixels inside Business Manager in here. As well, you can also share product catalogs. So again, if you're an e-commerce site and you have a product catalog, it's a good way to share it as well in here. You can link Instagram accounts, and you can share Instagram account information. You can also set up payment methods. And here, though, you have your projects. So this might be an interesting spot because if you have multiple people in your agency, you can create a new project. You can assign assets. So here's a project here as a test one. I can assign pages to it. I can assign ad accounts. I can assign catalogs, apps, and Instagram accounts. So essentially, you could put everything that you need for a promotion that you're going to run as a new project inside Business Manager. You can have multiple employees and business owners and partners access it, and you can all be working on the project together, and then there won't be any confusion on different tasks that you're doing because you have a record of everything here. As well, you can also link to partners. Shared logins you might be experiencing, you might already have one. It's also known as a gray account. So Facebook's actually deactivating those, and they're asking you to move into Business Manager if you are using an account like that. So this is where the information kind of is. You can add your shared login, switch over to the Business Manager account. Once you've switched over to Business Manager away from the gray accounts for the shared logins, then that gray account will be deactivated, and you'll just be using your personal account to log into Business Manager. The other thing with Business Manager, it does keep your personal away from the business page. So if you do an update inside Business Manager on your page, it's not going to accidentally update to your personal page on Facebook. So that's why Facebook is trying to kind of set this up. They're trying to get rid of all these shared accounts. They're trying to make it a place too that we can track who's doing what, which is great for auditing as well. Now in here, you can take a look at any requests. So if someone wanted access to your page, you can answer their request in here. Or if someone wants to be a partner or something along those lines, the request would show up in here, and this is where you can answer them. And then in here, you have your preferences and your info. And this is just, do you want to get emails on these things and so forth, information about the page and everything too. So, pretty standard stuff that you have in here. Take a look around at all these different options. There's a few of them here. Now, if I go back into Business Manager, in here I can also do quick ads. I can add new people, pages, ad accounts, catalogs, payment methods. I can also claim assets. So I can say I want to claim a new page. In here, it'll say what page do you want. So you can type the page that you're trying to get access to, and then the person who owns that page or is admitting the page will get a request. And that's where this works really well for marketing agencies who want to be able to manage pages quickly and hop on them quickly without the user on the other end really struggling to add you to the page. And request access is where you can do the page, right here. So this just gives you a few different options. It's kind of like a more complex, more robust tool for managing multiple pages. And this tool works really well, like I was saying, for a team, or if you had a marketing agency doing multiple business owners. Essentially, when you're more than one person working on something at the same time, it's maybe a good idea to switch over to this business manager if you're consistently more than one person working at the same time on something. Just because there's nice tracking in it, you can see what each other has done. You're not going to accidentally do something someone else has already done, or trip on any activities that someone else is already working on. I kind of skipped over this little part in the walkthrough. I'll just be a little bit more specific because it's pointed out in a few places. Inside Business Manager, you have options. You have add for new stuff, you have claim, and then you have request. So add means that you're adding a new person or a page, something along those lines. Claiming means that if you put in a claim request and they grant you access, then you're claiming it as ownership. So if it's not your page permanently going forward, just instead do a request for access, which is the last one. Okay, so you'll see that in the walkthrough you have your add, claim, and request, and just do request for access. If you're adding new employees, do add new employees. If you're actually claiming pages and you're going to put them under your business manager account and they're going to stay there permanently, that's when you can do the claim requests. One big benefit to switching to the business manager that I see it as a benefit for myself, because I do manage multiple pages for people, and it is kind of tempting to want to switch over to it because of this benefit. But for myself, I'm going to stay away from it for now. But one of the big benefits is that you can share ad accounts. So if I'm managing pages for 20 local businesses, we're running ads, we're running promotions, I can charge it to their ad account, which is going to charge to their credit card, and I don't have to deal with any of that. I don't have to charge them back. I don't have to charge it to my account and then bill them to get the ad credit money back. So that is one big, huge benefit, that if you're running into that and you're just really struggling with, having to chase people for ad credits, so you're putting money out, it's taking a while to get that money back from your clients and business owners, then maybe go to this method instead by switching over to Business Manager, because then you can actually bill it directly to their ad account and it will bill to their credit card, so they can deal with that. So that is a huge benefit, and it might be a reason that you want to switch if this is becoming a huge pain point for your business as an agency. All right, everybody, thanks for watching today. If you have any specific questions or you have a comment about something, please leave it below. If you'd like me to look at how to do something for you and you want another video, just leave a comment below and I'll try to get something up and running for you guys as soon as I can. All right, have a great day.